How about Square-Enix?
Square-Enix had some good stuff to show. Most of it was personally boring. But let's just skip right to the meat of it.
Okay.
FF7 looks really good.
FF7 looks really good.
It looks really, really, really good.
It looks really, 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 really good. Okay. I had a moment. I don't know if you had a moment, but I had a moment.
Yeah.
Where, like, I went, okay, it fucking, yeah, you got it. You figured it out.
So I went and looked, and apparently the Kingdom Hearts 2 battle designer is on this game.
So,
which is why it looks like it plays like a video game.
The part that kind of made it click and made me go, oh, that's really good. I like that idea. Is the, hey, what? No, not this trailer.
Well, they accidentally played the FF8 remaster trailer.
Oops, I read the I wrong. One too many I's there. It's the VII.
Just go all the way up to the top.
Not the VII.
Oh, that might be it.
Yeah, we need the Bishi.
Yeah, we need Sephiroth becoming the new Sans Undertale. Yes, I did say that correctly.
Bishi Sephi.
Yes, all right.
It's when they did the demo.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is an action game.
Yeah.
And when you build up the momentum,
shit stops.
The ATB kicks in for your turn.
Yeah, and it's like,
oh!
But more importantly than that, they did the thing that I've been saying forever. Good. Is they showed a person going boop, 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 boop on the square button, and Cloud went, yeah.
Slash.
And I'm like, okay, problem, game solved, it's fine. It's going to be fine.
The turn-based aspect is for your special actions.
For everything that's not attacks.
And your normal attacking is just an action game.
Yeah, great. Hey,
that's awesome. Fucking great.
Perfect. Awesome. And you rotate among the party.
Is there anything else like this?
No.
No.
Closest thing I would say is
15,
like
right?
Parasite Eve. Like,
maybe 15, but
no, don't say that. It's not. It's really not.
I really, really, really like the sound of that battle system.
Yeah, sure does. Yep.
I like that you can keep the RPG aspect of selecting and picking a thing
moves
every once in a while,
magic and items,
but your basic goddamn attack is just action game. Yes.
Yep. And then they showed off a big ass trailer that showed a lot of areas, including Tifa.
The limit breaks are all in commands as well.
Yep.
And then there's short command for healing and whatnot, so you can action it.
Yep.
Pretty straightforward, but
yeah, put shortcuts on your thing like the Kingdom Hearts.
Good job. That battle system, I love it.
Yep.
I love it.
And continuing to thread the needle on every character they show in these trailers has to be an A+ version of their design.
Okay, so the new Tifa's here.
Tifa looks great. She looks absolutely fantastic.
I mean, so the lack of discussion about Tifa's redesign speaks volumes.
Yeah, because everyone was freaked out. It was like the #1 thing everyone was worried about. And then everyone's like, oh, cool.
It's just Tifa.
Yep, that's Tifa.
She looks slightly less Japanese.
Yep.
And more Western.
Like what she did in 7.
Yeah.
Before Advent Children.
She looks more white and less Japanese than Advent Children. And that's about all I can tell. Yep. Like her hair.
She got little skulls on
her hair
skirt.
thing is doing, she's got whatever.
Yep.
Her bang thing is a little different.
Yeah.
And her face looks...
She got little skulls on her skirt. She's got a Moogle and Chocobo Charm on her glove.
The gloves look more like the Advent Children. No, they look more like the original
she
gloves.
Has thigh highs now, which I'm going to say thumbs up.
But yeah.
Good job.
And hey, look. Titties.
Yep.
Did you see them?
I did.
Bet you there's materia under there.
I bet, huh? Yeah. Better go looking.
Hey, you can see this materia in Cloud's sword.
The whole fucking trailer. You can also see...
It's glowing with the color.
You can also see materia in Barrett's arm.
Yep. You can, in fact, see all the materia you equip on your characters on the places that it would go.
You can even see Cloud wielding a different sword.
Yes.
And there's a couple other things. One, the game will be out in March. The game will also, supposedly, the game will be Midgar, just like everybody thought it was going to be.
Of course it's going to be.
But they're beefing it out to be a whole game.
Red 13 is going to show up at the last second.
At the last second.
And
put his dick away.
And that'll be the fucking...
Yeah.
That'll be it.
And probably my favorite little change or addition to the story that they're making is that you see a little scene between Cloud and Sephiroth that doesn't happen in the original.
Yeah, the fire.
And it's like there's a big part of that game which is Cloud keeps seeing Sephiroth everywhere because he's nuts!
Yes. So the way you get Sephi Bishi in the game without actually having to get to the moments where he's there.
Those are likely going to replace all the moments of the black cloaked men, which were just amorphous like textureless blobs in the original.
Yeah. Oh my god, I forgot about those dudes.
Yeah, you remember?
Yes.
Because they don't have a fucking character model.
You just make that Sephiroth
just
now.
make Sephiroth hallucinate.
And he's Cloud's freaking the fuck out the whole game.
And then you get to talk to Sephiroth the whole game.
For real.
And then you get to have a scene where Cloud's having the scene with Sephiroth, and he's like, "Oh, I hate you," and then it cuts to like Barrett and Tifa going,
and then
"Yo, what's up with Cloud?" He's just kind of staring and drooling.
And then at some point, you're gonna get to the actual flashback.
Yeah,
where it'll be the real sequence.
The flashback will be the beginning of the second game. It'll be the big action sequence to Nibelheim.
Isn't it end of the second game?
No. You get out of Midgar. You get to Calm. You go to the hotel in Calm, and then he goes, "Here's what happened."
And that's where the flashback starts.
And that's where the flashback starts. And then the end of that second game would be the real flashback. Because there's the fake flashback that Cloud tells you,
and then there's
the real flashback that the live stream tells you.
And then you get to Hometown.
And then the third one is
whatever.
Is North Cave and all that shit and everything, and the weapons and Hojo and all that crap.
Can't wait for the Cosmo Canyon remix.
Oh, dude. That's the right pick.
Yep.
I'm surprised that I'm really, really surprised that you just went to the song that I'm like, that's the one. That's the one.
I'm very excited for Final Fantasy VII.
It looks good. Looks real good. Nomura,
and all it took is a whole lot of gameplay.
All it took is showing us multiple minutes of the game. Shocker. Nomura wearing fucking shorts to the event. Weird, man. Have some class. Yeah, the game looks very Kingdom Heartsy, actually.
Oh my god. Are we gonna have to talk about spoilers in FF7?
I don't care. I refuse. I don't care. I am not waiting. Fucking okay. Let's say this.
That can't be.
Okay, Woolie.
That can't be.
Woolie, this comes out in March, right?
No way.
The next one will probably come out 2 years after that, and the one after that will probably come out 2 years after that, right? That's 2024.
Yeah, I don't care if you were a baby. Like there's just no. There's no reasonable.
We can't. Also,
it's one thing to hold back on JoJo Part 5 because you didn't read it, because it was inaccessible / terribly translated / whatever.
FF7 has been one of the most widely available, beloved classic games
re-released
ever, forever.
I can't
I
have
refuse.
this discussion. So, what? So yeah, we've seen now the original fucking the original crew. No Red and fucking Biggs and Wedge and what's her name?
Jessie.
And that's it so far.
Yeah.
We
saw Heidegger in this trailer.
Oh, and the chair. Yeah.
And we saw a little shot at President Shinra.
Shot of Shinra. Yeah.
Thumbs up. They look great. They look perfect. You see the motorcycle that you steal in the lobby.
They changed its design.
They managed to run by it a little bit.
Yeah.
They also
design changed again.
Yeah. Fine. They did something else, which is they gave us a little tease of like, we're going to have to expand this if we're going to stay in Midgar. So there's a motorcycle chase sequence after the train.
Which is way early for the actual motorcycle sequence.
There's a fight on the train that doesn't exist, right?
We're going to now have...
there will be more impediments in our way.
Yeah, the bike sequence is going to have more than one use.
Yeah. There will likely be elements in between certain places that didn't have any free reign before, where you have free reign to explore Sector 7 and probably Sector 6.
Oh god, those areas are going to be so fucking huge. So huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is interesting. God damn it, I had one other thought. What was it? It was... shit. What were we just talking about before this? Before we talked about the
character designs, they have to thread the needle.
Oh yeah, no, it just so the collector's edition is the bike, with Cloud on the bike again, and someone out there is going to be able to show me their 4 different versions
Of that bike.
of Cloud on the bike action figure, because this
Yeah.
is the 4th one now.
Yeah.
It's kind of nuts. Anyway, yay Final Fantasy VII. How about
good.
that?
They showed off a lot of other miscellaneous stuff that I'll be honest, I was pretty bored to tears over.
Hold on.
Oh, there's more?
No, just March 3rd, 2020.
March 3rd, 2020.
This is the date that is floating in the air right now.
Mark it
It is...
to be disappointed.
How can a date be made of smoke?
I don't know. It's weird.
It's a little bit interesting. It's a
It's
little
an odd concept.
it's a little gaseous. This date floating in the air right now. I feel like I
I can
just
only hope that if they do delay it, they delay it early.
don't cough too hard. You might
Right.
blow that date away.
Because,
I mean, like, yeah.
so the way they're
Do
developing...
you think they even started like any of the other parts?
No. I was actually just going to talk about that. Because the way that they're making this is really smart. They're going to make the gameplay sequence now. And you get, everybody but Sid, Yuffie, and Vincent in Midgar. You get most of the team in Midgar, right? So done, right? You know, build out their systems and the way they work. Okay.
Wait a second. Kate Sith,
Yeah, you get them right as you leave.
Sid, Yuffie, Vincent, Basement.
Yeah, that's it. That's the crew.
Yeah, it's half and half, ain't it?
Wait, no, you get Kate in before the Golden Saucer.
Golden Saucer.
Yeah, you're right. So you get half the crew before you leave, right? Build that out. You get the city stuff. You get the systems. You know, you do all the grunt work of how the game's going to work, right?
Yeah.
And you have Midgar, so it's a city, and you get to design a city, right? There's going to be no world map in this game. In this one.
Because you're just gonna.
Because it's a city.
Yeah. Well, Midgar didn't have one.
Right. But the next game sure will have to. So this leaves them the time to set up all this shit and then be like, okay, how do we do a fucking world map, open world RPG shit? Right?
And fingers crossed, right? You know all the things you learn after the first thing comes out
Yeah.
that you put forward into the next thing?
Yeah.
This gets that benefit instead of the we did them all at the same time problem,
Yeah.
where they all have the same problems.
I would hope that any system changes that are improvements
Yep.
get rolled back.
That is a pipe dream. There's too much work to be done.
I think
That's wildly insane.
I think that
Unreasonable. But here's what I want to know. Are you willing to take all the benefits of system improvements and everything going forward without starting development too early, right? And accept a date like 2025?
So you know what I want in 2025? I want the third game to come out, but I also want here's the complete story, which will obviously include the upscaled remaster of this one, because the other two are coming next gen, for sure. That is like essentially insert disc 2.
Yeah. We talked about this last time, the
Yeah.
stitched version of the game.
I want the stitched version later. I'll rebuy it. Fine. I'll rebuy it if you roll it back. If you roll back the shit and stitch them into one big O game, fine.
You'll get the rollback in the stitch.
Yeah.
You will not get it when part 2 comes
Fine.
out.
That's reasonable.
Done. Okay. All right. Will you take part 2 in a couple years, though?
Yeah?
Not 2022.
No, it'll be 2023 tops. Like earliest. That being said, they've made more progress on this than anyone really expected.
No thanks to CyberConnect.
You know that article and the guy who was interviewed in that article both disappeared overnight? Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so there's
the thing I do have is, wow, they're not holding back their punches on how the CyberConnect side of development went.
yeah, so there's an interview, I forget what website it was, but
Big oof.
doesn't matter because it's gone now, with, what is his name, Dan something? An English guy, supposedly out of like a Western branch, that in the interview was like, yeah, CyberConnect 2's shit was so trash, we had to throw it all out and start the fuck over on FF7 because it was useless. And then by the time people woke up, the article was gone, and so was that dude's life in terms of like it's like his social media shit just all disappeared, and it's like he never existed.
The person in the interview.
Yeah.
Not okay.
Like he just went away.
Wow.
It's like he never existed.
Wow.
And it's like one of two things happen here.
Got fired?
Either he got fired so hard that Square's like, you're going to go away now, goodbye, or it was a little extra juice somebody added to their article with a fake man,
and it wasn't super.
And then when it blew up, instead of just getting a couple extra clicks, they were like, "Oh shit!"
Well, I'm having a hard time finding it now.
It's gone.
Though I got it tweeted at me not too long ago. But what it was there was like 3 or 4 quotes where they basically said CyberConnect 2's work was unusable.
They were incendiary as fuck.
Unusable. But yeah, if that was not a verified source, then maybe that was a fake story.
Yeah.
So
could be. But either way, that's very interesting.
Well, the reaction to everyone in the room when I read it was basically...
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, whether or not that person's real, that's absolutely what happened. CyberConnect 2's work was either not good enough or couldn't be used as a basis moving forward. They obviously... You can look at it and see that they restarted it. There's no crossover between the models.
CyberConnect is a really interesting company in that it represents the most, like one of the most modern concepts of game development, where this is the peak of style
and nothing
with
else.
The absolute lack of substance.
Yeah.
And it's such a clear-cut like solution to pair them up with someone who can handle the gameplay side of things, yet it doesn't seem to be a popular choice.
Doesn't seem to be a thing that ever happens.
Seems like they want to be the all-in-one system available now.
And every time it happens, it bites them in the ass.
And I really wish that they would team up with people more often, because they fucking crush it in a visual aspect.
Oh, they're unbelievable.
But the gameplay thing has never, ever, ever been anything more than all right at best. So far.
Yep. And often quite terrible at worst. It's a bummer, isn't it?
I'm going to be on my fucking rocking chair still talking about Naruto Met Hero. The one that no one remembers.
I do.
I made you guys watch it.
I know. I was there. I was there.
Yeah. Yeah, this Ultimate Ninja Storm shit, that's the new shit.
No, he's talking about Naruto Ultimate Hero, man.
Oh, boy. Well, anyway, Square-Enix also announced a couple other things, including Outriders?
Outriders is really weird. It looks like a very dark, edgy Destiny thing from People Can Fly.
From the creators of Gears of War Judgment.
And Bulletstorm. And then... a couple people went, and then the guy did, "Hey, come on!" And then more people clapped a little bit, and it was very sad.
Youch.
And CG trailer. And this got me heated. This is one of the things that maybe people are right. I might have been too negative, but I have watched almost every single press conference that E3 has ever done. I am so sick of you have nothing to show for your game, so let's take the camera around the studio and ask people to fart into the microphone about how great the game is and how innovative it is and how we have a really great vision, but don't actually say anything of consequence or value whatsoever.
Please clap.
I'm so sick of it. It means nothing. It means fucking nothing.
Actually, what it means is the studio was mandated to show something,
and they had nothing.
So
fuck it.
Get the camera out.
Sucks. Remember when Mass Effect Andromeda did that? Now get excited.
Well, if it weren't for that, we never would have saw that guy wearing your shirt on that one thing.
If it wasn't for that thing, we wouldn't have seen Call of Duty Dog with his mouth opening.
That's a big one. Oninaki.
Yeah, it's about reincarnation. It's an RPG. It looks fairly classic style.
Tokyo RPG Factory is alive.
Yeah, continuing to make mediocre games that no one really cares about.
They've been quiet for a while now, haven't they?
Yeah, I Am Setsuna was it was fine.
I believe aggressively okay.
Yeah.
Was the term.
Review of two friends of mine came in individually and separately from each other. Oh, it wants to be CT so bad, but it's no Chrono Trigger.
I bought it.
Yeah, I bought it. I played it for a little bit.
This looks like an RPG.
Yep. Made by a factory. What an apt title for the company.
It looks very Japanese.
Sure does.
Specific to the Kanto region.
Yeah.
Well, anyway. That's an RPG, man.
That's happening.
Final Fantasy Crystal fucking Chronicles.
Remastered. Now with a real
Back
multiplayer
by
component.
the least amount of demand you've ever seen.
Well, you're getting negative.
Holy shit, this fucking game.
People love that game. What are you talking about? It's a classic.
I thought I loved this game until I fucking hated it.
Yeah.
Because
I was there the day you set this up, and I left, and I heard the horror.
The people you play this with determine the experience you get. And let me tell you, when you play it with a bunch of assholes, it is a bad time. Also, you have to hook up your Game Boy Advance and a bunch of link cables.
I think this...
And then a battery dies, and your whole session is useless.
I think this game was actually the most absurd connectivity nightmare that's ever been, ever. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And,
I fail to see anyone that was ever worse than that.
Yeah. Well, they weren't all assholes, but, you know.
They were assholes when they were playing. Some people change.
Assholery was present. Yeah, they do.
Kingdom Hearts DLC got announced. Apparently that trailer has massive fuck off spoilers in it that I don't understand.
I guess I won't click. Remind me.
Yeah.
To not click.
Apparently, like, I was watching it, I'm like, oh yeah. And then people were like, this is the craziest, spoileriest shit ever. I'm like, okay. Okay. But I forgot everything in it, so that's fine.
Avengers A-Day. This has been...
Tell me you saw this.
This has been talked about for a while now. There was a Square-Enix...
backed Marvel game.
And here we go.
Did you watch this?
Can we... No. Can we get a little, like, soundbite? Like, you know, like, world premiere. I think we need a soundbite that says CG trailer.
There's parts of it that they pretend are gameplay.
Oh, like Travis Touchdown?
People were really mad at me that I was, like, nonplussed. I'm like, why are they just showing a CG trailer that is pretending? That's what annoys me more, is that it's pretending.
I remember not so long ago, in fact, when I...
Look at that gameplay. You see that? You see that real gameplay?
Where the camera is behind Iron Man? Yeah.
In the CG trailer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember when I, too, used to be fooled and got called the fuck out.
Did Anthem break that for you?
For being an idiot for getting excited for CG trailers. And I was like, oh, I guess I should not think
Look how real that is.
Yeah.
Oh, don't look at it too long.
No, don't put the camera
Don't
in.
let the camera linger for more than 1 second.
The camera's floating behind
on this super real gameplay.
The camera's floating behind the Avengers, making it look like it's gameplay.
It's fucking
CG trailer.
It's fucking goofy.
It's bullshots.
It's
like, if you don't pretend it's gameplay, then like I'll be less mad at it, I suppose.
Also, I want to point out that putting development footage subject to change or not real gameplay in your trailer is not mandatory. Just because that little ticker doesn't show up doesn't mean that it's not complete bullshit.
At least they didn't have the fucking gall to put a HUD.
Oh man!
Over top of these moments. That's gameplay.
Bad. So, the game looks fake.
What game?
Yeah, okay. And the other problem, and I really genuinely mean this, and I hope no one takes this the wrong way. I really like Laura Bailey. I really like Troy Baker. I really like Nolan North. but they showed this trailer off, and then they bragged about the amazing cast that they got when you're looking at the off-brand Avengers.
As in the people that don't look like the MCU?
People that don't look like Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans and whatnot.
I mean, they existed before the MCU.
I don't care. And I don't think many
and
people
neither
do.
does the rest of the planet.
Right? Like, and like they clearly get that. So like Robert Downey Jr. Fuck. Iron Man looks more like Hank from Detroit than he does Robert Downey Jr. here.
Okay, but what about...
So they're trying to get away from it.
But what about Ultimate Alliance 3, where they're clearly just ripped out of the comic books?
Yeah, that's way better. Because it's not... Because the problem is they're doing the setup that is the movies. It's kind of the movies, but it's not the movies. You know? Like, you know how Yuri Lowenthal as Spider-Man was like... He's a kind of a weird amalgamation of all the modern Spider-Man. But Yuri Lowenthal ended up being... the best Spider-Man, like, straight up. I don't think it's fair to put people up against Chris Evans and Robert Downey Jr. after they did 35 fucking million movies. Right? And the other thing is that there was a part of it that got really worrying after they didn't show us any of the video game. They went out and were like, this is going to be a long-term, expansive experience... and every single new region and hero that comes out will be free. And everyone went, oh my fucking god, this is a live service game. This is Marvel Destiny.
So, back when I was working...
In the fold?
Yeah, there was definitely a desire for... all of the studios under the umbrella to get gassed, so to speak. And
I want to fucking throw up.
And
at that term that is obviously real.
And Crystal D was busy working on the Tomb Raider. So, you know, they were, and that was kicking ass. So they were pretty much doing their own thing. The multiplayer suite was also its own little bit as well, but there was no like other IP or thing for them to work on to offer as a service, because they were just like, no, we're Tomb Raider now.
Yeah.
So they managed to kind of like escape
For a little bit.
but I guess not for too long. But yeah, I know that the team can make good games, so I mean, hopefully good game.
It would be nice to have seen some of them.
Would have been.
And then they showed Ant-Man thing as a teaser. And it's like, oh, the Ant-Man will be the first of the free DLC packs with the new region. And then they announced the part that somebody in chat auto-completed for my mind that I am dead certain they're right about. And it's time for everybody to get super mad. So this is the Avengers game, yes? They also announced, hey guys, pretty soon we're going to announce that there's going to be a special deal that we have with Sony if you play the Avengers game on PlayStation. Get excited for what will obviously be console exclusive Spider-Man.
Yep. I can see that.
And it's like, just...
It's on the console you own, but
I own them all. I don't care, but it's just like,
Soul Calibur.
It's so,
Yeah. Well, anyway.
So when you run, so I want to point people out. There are people who's like, hey, why are you so downer about E3? When you run them all in a row like this, in a 2-hour span, you start to get some of that disappointment puke taste in your mouth.
The worry that FF7 would have been
bad
with more details was high.
Yes, that was very worrying.
And it's good.
Yep.
So yay.
They showed
and
off.
That was
that's easy.
66% of what mattered.
FF7 Remake being fine is the grandest moment of this year's E3.
2/3 of the pie. Straight up.
Also, they showed off a 14 launch trailer. It looks really good. Nothing else to say. But I would criticize the way they staged their presentation. They did FF7 first for like half an hour, and then immediately kicked into the most embarrassing Life is Strange trailer ever with no break. It was a Life is Strange Season 2 trailer that had streamer reactions over random spoiler moments, and it was just like, I feel so bad for Don't Nod because their game's trailer was sent to die after FF7. And everything they showed, there were a couple interesting things here or there, but like they opened with FF7 and then they closed with Marvel, and Marvel was a CG trailer of fakery.
Hey,
and you were like,
Richard Pryor just crushed it. Now you got to go follow him and do your tight 5.
Dude, he crushed it and he was on fire. He was on fire.
Not that this is a prompt for a segment, but someone told me that there was massive 14 news. Was it not in fact that massive?
The 14 news was story related.
Oh, okay. All right.
It was the kind of thing, and it's tough because it's an MMO, so MMOs have a weird spoiler rule thing because there's a concept of current events where most games don't have it. But as soon as the FF14 launch trailer ended, I texted Mothman. I'm like, don't watch that trailer. Do not watch that fucking trailer.
Okay, big spoils.
If you are anywhere but up to date on Final Fantasy 14 and are in or interested in Final Fantasy 14, do not watch that fucking launch trailer. It is dropping the equivalent of Luke is your father and the trailer for Empire Strikes Back. It is out there.
I also heard that you created what was being described as the most pat piece of content of all time in the form of your 14 beginner's guide.
Yeah, I made a beginner's guide.
Which another description was it makes the Monster Hunter video where they don't play Monster Hunter look like a speed run.
Yeah. I did a stream in which I did about a 4.5 hour stream on how to set up your hotbars in FF14, which goes from here's garbage UI, and here's how to make all your nice little windows nice and perfect in their little spots for 3-4 hours. People liked it.
Was it to help people?
Yes. I've been receiving...
Were people the ones that were receiving the help there?
Yes.
It was for them? Okay.
I mean, you want to go and look? I've been asked for this specific...
It wasn't to scratch the itch?
No, because I already have all my hotbars set up.
Fair enough.
I've had people... The most common thing that people have been asking me to do with 14...
But you know what's funner than setting up your hotbars?
What's that?
Screwing it all up and setting them up again.
No. Why would that be more fun?
Because you get that satisfied. I don't know how your goblins work, man. I don't know. I tried. I gave it a shot.
No. What it really is that the hotbars change on their own because of the game update, and then you reset them to be even more perfect.
So that
I appreciate the attempt. I appreciate it.
That leaves us with one more to go, and that's this morning.
Oh, there was a different one. I'm just going to quickly hit it. The PC Gaming Show had a bunch of shit in it.
There was a PC show again?
Yeah, but it actually had a bunch of shit. The only one that really, really matters is that Vermintide 2, you know, the Kill the Rats, that expansion is getting a versus mode like the old Left 4 Dead mode, where you get to play as the boss monsters and do 4-on-4. So that's awesome.
The people in the Discord really like Vermintide.
It's a really fucking good game. And now there's a mode that I really want to play. So
now my image of Warhammer Original is just about killing rats.
There's a lot of rats in Warhammer Original. There's a lot of rats. But now they have Chaos Dudes and Beastmen too. Every expansion they add a new faction to kill.
So Daka.
They're not there yet.
And rats.
Rats are there. Chaos Dudes are there. Beast Bros are there.
No, not space orcs.
Okay, well, space orcs are the Daka.
Oh, I thought there were like old orcs too.
There are old orcs, but they're not there yet. They'll probably be the race they add next.
Oh.
And they gotta have their Cockney accents
Oh.
with the wah and the red.
Yeah, I don't know. Okay.